Our next recipient of the UW Health Clinical Education Award is Dr. Joram Shanker. Dr. Shanker is board certified in internal medicine, endocrinology, diabetes, and metabolism. He earned his medical degree from Hebrew University in Jerusalem and completed his internship and residency at Kaplan's Hospital, also in Israel. Dr. Shenker has been a widely recognized and highly regarded leader in endocrine education at UW Health for more than 25 years, playing an integral role in teaching the next generation of physicians about diabetes and endocrine disorders. In this capacity, he served as the Endocrine Fellowship Director for 23 years, just recently stepping down, and also served as the course director of our second-year medical student endocrine pathophysiology course for many years. Throughout his time here, he has mentored trainees in his outpatient practice and also on the endocrine consult service. In all of these roles, he leads by example as a physician with a comprehensive knowledge base who seamlessly incorporates teaching into his clinical practice to the mutual benefit of his patients and the next generation of physicians. As fellowship director, Yoram set a very high bar for sustained excellence. From the moment our fellows arrived for their orientation, they quickly recognized in him an advocate who puts their education and career development above all other personal considerations. He developed a coherent, well-organized, comprehensive program spanning the 2-year period of fellowship that we still use today and will use into the future. He is consistently rated as one of the most highly respected teachers and role models. As a testimony to his dedication to education, he continues to play a critical role in the fellowship program, even though he has now moved on from being the program director. The success of the Endocrine Fellowship Program that he has fostered can be measured in several ways. I'll just mention one. Just about 100% of our graduates passed the boards ever since the inception of the fellowship. And I said one, but I'll mention another. Our former fellows have obtained academic positions at places almost as prestigious as ours, including the University of Pennsylvania, the University of Michigan, and other outstanding academic health centers. So it's a great pleasure today to have Dr. Joram Shanker as part of our faculty here, who we can honor with our UW Health Physician Clinical Educator Excellence Award.
As I reflect on my 29 years in UW, I realize how lucky I've been to be exposed to so many outstanding individuals with big passion and commitment to medical education. Starting from Bill Craig, who was the director of our residency program, unfortunately passed away just recently. Then probably Mr. Universe of medical education, Bennett Vogelman, who is still going strong as a residency director. Our division heads always dedicated to medical education, starting from Don Schalch, Stewart Metz, Marc Drezner, and Vince Cryns. Our department chairs, starting from Don Harkness, Jeff Glassroth, Jeff Grossman, Bill Busse, and Dr. Page now. I'm also deeply indebted to hundreds of residents and thousands of medical students I've had an opportunity to interact with during my 29 years. But the biggest thing for me in terms of medical education has been our fellowship program, and I served as a director for 24 years. During this time, we graduated about 45 fellows. They are spread from Cairo, Egypt to Lahore, Pakistan, from Florida to Maine, from Idaho to California. And they are an amazing group of individuals, and I've so much enjoyed working with them, learning from them. I'm very proud of all of them. Obviously, I didn't do it alone. I have to acknowledge all my colleagues in the division, our wonderful advanced practitioners and nurses who've been involved. Two people I'd like to mention by name. One is our fabulous fellowship coordinator, Karen Stowe. She's here. She's the very rock and the very foundation of our fellowship program. Second one is my wonderful wife, Lucina. She hosted a graduation party for our fellows for more than 20 years, and it's always been a great asset to our fellowship program. But the most gratitude goes to the fellows. Many of you may not know how bad and inauspicious were the beginning of endocrinology. Probably the best way I can define it is by the words of a very well-known endocrinologist of mid-20th century, Evans. He said that endocrinology was born with major obstetric deformity. What we mean by this, we are very proud of our founding fathers who were pretty much quacks that were extracting different glands, typically testicles, interestingly, injecting them and claiming great success without any base. And they were the first ones to call themselves endocrinologists. Today we call them more endocrinologists. So we are still proud of it, but they did all of this in a futile but eternal pursuit of fountain of youth and of immortality. And when I reflect on this now, from my personal standpoint, I think the immortality, I live in my children and grandchildren who are all great. There are 7 of them now all together. And for Fountain of Youth professionally, I think we live in our trainees and they stay young forever. And as far as immortality, I kind of hope that part of me lives in all these fellows that we graduated and they interact with them now. Part of my knowledge, part of what I believe in, lives in them. So this award is not just for me, it's for Karen, it's for my wife, it's for our graduates and for our fellows. Thank you.